Let's go back, Kafara, to October 2017, when Ms Winspear presented an update on government's ongoing major capital projects in Cayman. Now, the airport redevelopment was included, but it was still in its infancy. 6 months later, the PAC asked for this report. She says with the project being live, it was a good opportunity for her office to steer the team working on the project, should they need it, and make an impact before it ended.
Judgment call. I hope, that judgment doesn't have an adverse impact. And my view is at this time, because it is so close to the end of the project, the public good is best served by bringing the report out into the open now.
Auditor General Sue Winspear is standing by her decision to publicise her airport project progress report, but she says it hasn't been an easy call to make.
You can get into that tension between transparency, openness and public accountability versus commercial sensitivities and things around that. So for me, it's been very tricky taking the right judgment calls.
She cites 2 reasons for the delay and the overspend at Owen Roberts. Firstly, the performance of the lead consultant, and secondly, changes made to scope after contracts had been signed. The Ministry of Tourism has defended those changes, saying they're in the interest and safety of passengers, that opportunities to make improvements should be taken if they're presented. It's an argument opposition leader Ezard Miller says doesn't hold water.
All those things should have been incorporated in the original design. What we have here is a bad design, bad planning, bad implementation of a project that has led to the overrun.
Ms Winspear acknowledges the practicalities of the ministry's defence.
Things are sometimes constrained by the amount of funding available at the outset. But I would say these are improvements that should have been foreseen at the start. Did it take Hurricane Irma for us to realise we needed the most effective glass for hurricane-proof?
She says people should be free to draw their own conclusions from her findings.
The inferences I draw from those facts are mine alone. But I don't. It's not something that I do expecting people to be universally happy.
And in comparison to major overspends on past projects, like the 2 government high schools, Ms Winspear says the airport redevelopment should be applauded.
There's been plenty of positives from it. It's been the first major project delivered under the Major Projects Office out of government, which I think have brought some discipline and good governance in place.
Now, repeated requests for interview from both the Ministry of Tourism and the Cayman Islands Airport Association have gone unanswered. We heard from Mr Miller in my report there, Kafara. He told me in his capacity as chair of the Public Accounts Committee that there will be public hearings on Ms Winspear's findings. He said he hoped this would be completed before Valentine's Day.
Thanks, Caroline. And just to clarify, it's the Cayman Islands Airports Authority.